Village, Gumtree intersection. What we've shown here is simply the addition of left turn lanes in the northbound and southbound direction. And what that does is allow the signal operation and phasing to be changed to be more efficient, and you can move more traffic through on 221 into this stretch where the Walmart is, from Ambassador to Clover Hill. Excuse me. What we've shown here restricts the left turns from the side streets from Ambassador and Clover Hill for the non-signalized intersections. Those were the crashes there largely based on those left turns. This does still allow you to turn right off of the side street onto 221. It also still allows you to turn left from 221 onto these side streets. That was not as challenging safety-wise as the other movements. You'll see here there's a sidewalk shown. I believe this is one that VDOT has been working on for quite some time, working on getting some funding for that. And then this one also does include that through cut concept at Clover Hill to improve some efficiency. One of the things this area has going for it is a parallel network that if you can't turn left in Ambassador, you can get to other locations where you can turn left and make that movement because there are some other locations. There's that parallel roadway that allows that. So you can see some statistics here about the safety, that the Ambassador Drive one is significant, that restricting those left turns from the side street could have prevented 67% of the crashes at that location. So if you can't go through and collide with someone turning left, collision doesn't happen. Similarly, adding that median could have prevented 33% of those crashes. Again, if you can't turn left out of Venture Drive onto 221, then those collisions that were concentrated there as a result of that movement won't happen. The comments we got in the survey is worry, and I will say the comments that we got were thoughtful. Sometimes we get very positive, sometimes very negative things, but people really, again, I think it reflects that the people who took the survey drive the corridor and they know what's going on. They're worried about making more congestion with a through cut because then those movements have to shift to different directions, different options. It's a valid point. Some people commented they don't like U-turns. Also, a valid point, personal preference. Burn Bridge and Thomas Jefferson. So in this location, what we showed the public and got feedback on are adding another second left turn lane from 221 to turn south onto 811 or Thomas Jefferson. And then restricting the left turns at that southern intersection from Burn Bridge onto 221. Very few people do that anyway, so that is not a significant inconvenience, I guess is the best way to say that, to drivers, but it's a safety improvement. But the bigger issue here that we actually have found, numerous studies have found this, is that southern intersection where Burn Bridge and 811 meet. There is a cluster of crashes there, largely due to the fact that people are trying to turn left from 811 onto Burn Bridge and getting rear-ended. And it's very difficult to put a left turn lane in there because the bridge is right there. With all of that in mind, that is why that restriction there for those left turns to not be able to turn left from 811 onto Burn Bridge is there. It's really a safety improvement.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. Do you think?
One of the comments here, that concept, which I did not highlight, should sidewalks in the area. Generally would be great, especially considering some of the businesses that are there now. But there was a question, is that really needed there? It's a reasonable question.